In a country where 30,000 federal employees can lose their jobs overnight, and economists are warning of a recession, relying on a single income stream isn't just risky, it's potentially devastating. Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Jamara Davis Welch. Welcome back if you have been following me for a while, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. Many of you know that I have been sharing biblical content, and I will continue to do so. In fact, part 2 of my series on Susanna will most likely be out sometime this weekend, so stay tuned for that. But today I want to talk to you about something different, something that I think is particularly relevant at this time. I want to talk to you about entrepreneurship, not necessarily from the perspective of running a full-time business, but more so about creating an additional income stream. So if you have a 9-to-5, I'm not here to convince you to quit your job. I'm here more so to plant a seed about starting a side hustle, which can give you additional income. And this is where biblical wisdom comes in. In Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 2, King Solomon said, "Invest in 7 ventures, yes, in 8. You do not know what disaster may come upon the land." This is timeless advice, especially in consideration of what's going on right now here in the United States. Diversifying your income is not just smart, it's essential in today's economy. Solomon was wise to remind us that relying on just one source of income is risky. I firmly believe that having multiple streams of income can help to weather the storms. With that, the conversation must be had about some of what's been going on here in the U.S., specifically the government layoffs. I'm sure that we can all probably agree that there was a time when a government job was considered secure. For those with government jobs up until recently, you could rest easy knowing that your job wasn't likely to be affected by the ups and downs of the economy. But clearly, that's changing. As we've seen with recent layoffs, even government jobs are no longer guaranteed. If you're here in the U.S., unless you've been hiding under a rock lately, you know that since the current administration has come into power, over 30,000 federal employees were laid off, and more layoffs are expected to follow. In fact, projections show that the Trump administration plans to reduce the federal workforce by up to 460,000 positions across various agencies. This is a stark reminder that even the most secure jobs can become unstable in today's economy. Now let's add another layer to this conversation. Tariffs. Recently, the current administration has imposed tariffs on imports from key trading partners like Canada, Mexico, and China. These tariffs are already starting to have a ripple effect on our economy. These tariffs will only lead to increased consumer prices, which are already high. They'll disrupt supply chains, and they're even contributing to valid fears of a recession. In fact, economists are predicting that these tariffs could push the U.S. economy into a downturn within the next year or so. This isn't just a headline, it's real. And for people working in sectors that rely heavily on imports or trade, these tariffs could mean even more job losses or stagnant wages amidst prices that are increasing in goods and services and food. For those relying on a single income source, this is a huge risk. These are some of the reasons why you should, if you haven't already done so, consider alternative income streams. And entrepreneurship is one of the ways in which you can diversify your income. As I have mentioned in previous videos, I am an educator and an entrepreneur. That said, today I want to speak to you particularly about entrepreneurship in relation to online education. By that specifically, I mean creating your own online courses wherein you have the opportunity to earn money while contributing to others' learning and growth. Do I have your attention? Let me keep going. The e-learning industry has grown by 900% since 2000. In fact, the global e-learning market was valued at $197 billion in 2020. It's estimated to be worth $325 billion now in 2025 and is projected to keep growing at nearly 15% annually through 2028. That's right, the demand for online education is skyrocketing, and more people than ever are turning to online courses to skill up so that they can increase their earning potential. Now, you might be thinking, Jamara, the online education space seems crowded. Isn't the market saturated with online courses already? Well, here's something to think about. While many people are consuming content, whether it's videos, blogs, podcasts, or online courses, only a fraction are actually creating content. Research indicates that content consumers significantly outnumber content creators, especially in the online course market where the demand continues to rise. So what does this mean? For those of you out there who have expertise in a specific field, whether it's teaching, coaching, consulting, medicine, you name it, this is a massive opportunity for you to monetize your knowledge and make an impact. Platforms like Udemy, Coursera, Thinkific, and Teachable have made it easier than ever to create and sell your own online courses to a global audience. Now let's get practical. If you're a content creator or you are an expert in your field, I want you to consider this. What do you know that others would pay to learn? Whether it's a hobby, a skill, or a passion, there's probably a market for it. The beauty of online course creation is that it's fairly inexpensive to start, has low overhead, can be a scalable passive income source, and for the most part is location independent, meaning you pretty much can operate it anywhere in the world as long as there is a reliable internet connection. You create the course once, and then it can continue to generate income as people enroll. For those of you who might be wondering, Jamara, why should I listen to you? Let me share a bit about myself. Aside from being an author, which many of you who've been following me already know, I've spent over 20 years in the education space, starting out as a classroom teacher, moving on into being a teacher educator and supervisor, to even being an assistant dean and director of teacher education for a large university. I've created my own curriculum on entrepreneurship, and my profession now is that of being an instructional designer for online programs in which I work with subject matter experts, helping them design engaging, high-quality online courses. Further, in case you can't already tell, I'm very passionate about the power of entrepreneurship and helping others turn their expertise into courses that not only influence, educate, and inspire, but also generate income. So when I say that online courses are a great opportunity, it's not just theory. It's based in real data and real experience. Now, you also might be thinking, this is a lot. I don't even know where to begin it. Not to worry. You don't have to figure this all out on your own. I'm here to help where I can. In future videos, I'll be sharing tips on how to create your own online courses, such as how to identify your niche, how to design content that resonates with a multiplicity of learners, and even sharing insights on technology and platforms that make course creation accessible and more. That said, look for more content from me that discusses actionable insights that can help you take the next step in building your own online course business. Now, as I stated early on, I'm still going to be sharing faith-centered content. I'm not moving away from that. Again, part 2 of Susanna should be up sometime this weekend. But I'm also going to expand what I talk about by sharing insights that I believe can help you to create additional income through entrepreneurship, namely in the online education space. As I know that God has given each of us unique talents and knowledge, I believe now more than ever before is the time to build by using our gifts and talents to create multiple streams of income. And this isn't just about us individually. It's about creating something that benefits our lineage, our families, our children, and future generations. My husband and I think about this often when we think about our own 2 kids. What kind of financial foundation and opportunities are we creating for them? When we develop these sustainable income streams, we're not just securing our own financial future. We are potentially creating generational wealth and opportunity. We have the opportunity to use our God-given talents to provide not just for ourselves, but for those who come after us, thereby creating and leaving a legacy of both wisdom and financial stability for our families. Now, concerning the exact cadence of how often or when I'll be posting content related to entrepreneurship and course creation, I'm still figuring that part out. I'm not even sure if I'll be posting that type of content on all three of my channels. That's on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. All of that said, I just wanted to share with you all what I have planned in the works. Now, I'd like to hear from you. If you are ready to start your own online course creation journey, or if you've been thinking about it, or if you have questions about it, like the video, drop a comment below with your top question, or send me a DM. Your feedback will help me shape this new content to be as helpful and relevant as possible. I'm excited to expand our discussions while continuing to explore the biblical insights that you've already come to expect from me. I want to thank you for your time and attention. I don't take it for granted. With that, as always, salama and barakah, in other words, peace and blessings, and I'll see you in the next video.